Oh, I'm loud. I can hear myself.
And now everyone can hear you on the recording. What's going on, guys? We are back for... I need to, put a count somewhere of the sessions, because I always bring it up at the beginning. Sessions something or another. Some stuff happened last time. If you want to catch up, you should probably catch up and not be watching this first. But I digress. There's a lot going on. Let's go ahead and earn our hero points, shall we? As usual, 1d4. Starting with Joe. In-character recap for the hero point.
Okay. So, we killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
That happened. Enderling's a bit teed off that he was basically forced to just kind of lie there and watch everyone do the fighting for him. Now he's kind of itching for a fight. Really all he wanted to do at the beginning was save the pretty lady stuck in the cell. But now he's ready to do his job. Other than that, where the hell's Asker's? Where did he go?
What happened to him? A fine question.
That's all I really have.
Alright, I'll give you the hero point. And D4. We're just going to go online. Okay, Ben.
So, alright, let's see. For Pogue's point of view, the lights kept going out, and there's lots of footsteps, and he's getting a little bit freaked out about everything. And then the big guy disappeared, and everybody else kind of disappeared and smack into the nasty ass elf Rivario, and for some reason Rivario's like, oh, okay, you seem to know what you're doing, and find us a way out of here. So Pogue kind of stood up straight, all 3.5 feet of him, and started running around looking for a way out and trying to save people. He's found the exit and is on his way back to unlock the cells of people, let them out. The glimpses of combat that he did see when the lights came on was pretty brutal, and was watching his new comrades falling, and including the dwarf and the gnome paladin, and so he's kind of relieved that it seems like we're maybe on their way out of there, and that's where he is right now.
Good enough. Hero point for you, sir. And this is the part where I roll 1s and 2s forever. App. Okay, so we're going in order. Donald, you're on. If Donald's with us, there he is.
I muted myself. So what is going through Lucian's mind at the moment? She is stuck between a rock and a hard place. She wants to accept the offer Zenkiran is offering her, but if she does that, she cannot complete her mission. She came all of this way. She is torn. She could have it easy, if she go back, but if she doesn't, and if she refuses the offer, things are not going to be good for her. If she say yes, then she's going to be in a worse situation. So she's stuck between a rock and a hard place. But having Papa close by makes this choice a bit more easier.
Fair enough.
Yep, Lucia may not be the nicest person, but at least she values friends that she have made so far. Even if it's a halfling that she is supposed to not like due to her culture telling her not to, due to her upbringing.
Alright. Hero point for you and Sarah.
Okay. Papa Emeritus is in kind of the same boat as Lucia. We both got offered the same thing, and But Papa Emeritus is conflicted because he's been shown that being nice is a nice thing.
Yeah.
Put in very, very much layman's terms. What else? He's feeling very conflicted, but when the guy shows up, offers to take him away, he's not sure what to do, but I think he's gonna go with no, because he has to stay with his new friends.
Stay with his new friends. Classic Sarah answer. Alright, hero point for you, and let's roll initiative, team.
But I already got a hero point. Do I get a bonus hero
No,
point?
you do not get 2 hero points.
Okay.
Alright, so we got Donald at 17.
It's gonna be louder, I'm sorry.
Sarah at 11. Sarah at slow.
8. Joe is fast.
Joe is indeed the fastest. The fastest of all Joes. And looking for a little one. Now, technically, the 20.03 gets it. No, it doesn't. Joe crit. And because Joe crit, giving Joe an extra action now doesn't really affect him that much. Well, does it? I'm looking at Hassan and the Chelish. I'm going to say, since Ederling rolled a natural 20 on initiative, you get the feeling, well, you have scent, so you don't have scent?
Oh, yeah, I do.
So, you smell, I see, the scary death deer from Friday doesn't have scent. We'll put him in a zoo.
Put him in the zoo.
Anyway.
No, the orc doesn't have scent, not the carcadet.
I see.
The orc animal lord doesn't have scent.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so you can smell more Kadirans coming up from, like, around where Mercutio is, and then around that way, and you get the feeling that, like there's definitely more to see there, and you knew there were stairs there, but you're definitively sure there's hostiles standing there, and you are top of the initiative.
Okay.
We don't know where the familiars are yet, right?
You do not.
I have barkeep on my shoulder.
Yes.
I'll come around the corner.
Okay.
She's probably not going to be happy about it.
Oh, crap. Sorry.
Sarah really likes to roll initiative. How many natural ones are hiding in there? 1.
I was trying to clean. I thought there was Play-Doh stuck in my keyboard.
So she'll come with you. Unless you set her down.
I might set her down, like, right here.
Okay.
And just tell her do whatever feels comfortable, I guess.
Okay.
Did I yell at you before letting you know I found the exit last session?
I believe you had.
Yeah, we still have people we have to save, though.
Okay.
I'm going to hold my standard there.
Okay. Then I think it's Van. I need to keep my notepad file up. Yep, Van, you're on.
Yep. So I yell up at her and Mercutio and the Billy Goat Gruff dude, and say, "Hey, the exit's this way."
All right. She looks at you and nods. The satyr looks at you and nods. Mercutio is paralyzed, so he doesn't do a whole lot of much.
He looks at you and grunts.
Tell her to, get everybody out here safely.
Okay.
And then I remember seeing people this way, I think. 1, 2, 3. Wasn't there a guy down here?
Yeah, hang on. I think you passed one. Yeah, go. Well, you don't have to go anywhere. I will put you there.
Oh.
Over, here.
Okay.
You can, well, actually, you see a little, like a rainforest tree frog's hand is coming out of the bars, in the little window in his door.
So 1, 2, 3. Pick the lock.
Pick the lock.
You need me to roll that?
Yeah, if you would.
Okay.
A 10 is not quite good enough.
Oh Jesus. All right. I tell him I'll be back with the keys.
Okay.
This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Oops.
You can
Somebody
hear,
over here?
like I said, right here, there's
Yeah.
the door is being shaken violently, and you hear somebody yelling in Hallit, which is the language spoken by people that live in like the extreme northeast of Galarion. Essentially, like imagine a caveman is trying to beat down the door, and then over here, yeah, you knew there was a goblin over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I ran past all these people, so
You did.
that's my turn for now. I'm gonna see how many I can pick, and
I-
then go back and grab everybody else.
Gotcha. So then we go to Donald. Give me a knowledge, history, or local. Your call.
I would do a knowledge local.
Okay. 20.
20?
Okay, so Hassan astride his horse, pointing his scimitar at you. Hassan's sword is glowing with like magical weapon powers, which is what's illuminating this room. But you also know that the horse lords of Kadira, in their hands while they're mounted, a scimitar is just as dangerous as, like, say, a Hell Knight with a couched lance charging. You know, like, he doesn't necessarily have, like, all the cards at the moment, but if he gets it in his head to charge you, he's going to do a lot of damage.
Okay, I'm going to say we refuse the offer, and I'm going to drag Papa with me, so double move action to the southeast.
Okay.
So drag Papa along with me.
Now, I had thought about walling this place off.
Wait, why can I not move out of this room?
Can you really not? You are trapped forever. I think I know why. Hang on. Oh, yeah, I see. It's because the dynamic lighting is stopping you. One sec. This may violate all of... Can I not select that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, this might, like, kill all the dynamic lighting. Okay, no, it didn't. We're good. It killed some of the dynamic lighting, but now you can move through it.
Okay, so... So, let's see, Papa is with me there, and then I'm going to be moving in this proximity up here. If I remember to the east, there's more prisoners to be freed?
Yeah, you can hear him.
Okay, so just drag Papa to my location
Alright.
when I get to be there. His turn.
Okay. Make a perception check, would you?
23.
So a natural 20. Okay. I don't know what I would do about that. Hassan definitely does not want to let you just take off. He rears back and yeah, Hassan's just out. I'm done. He might, actually. Sarah still has line of sight. Sarah sees his horse, which I had described last session as looking like it was made of stone, and as its hooves connect with the stone floor, they kind of like meld with it, and then they pick up out again. So you go to move. Hassan rears back, and as he does so, his horse's eyes begin to glow like a yellowish-greenish color, and out from the horse's mouth, this just straight from the horse's mouth, if you will, like it begins to drip acid, and as it hits the ground, it's kind of like into the stone.
What
And
type of
what
process this is?
you can make a knowledge check as it tries to use its breath weapon on you. Yeah,
Let's see. Does it appear a...
it appears like both of you need to make a reflex save if you don't hurry up with that knowledge check.
Knowledge... Let's say knowledge nature.
Go for it.
I know what type of course it is. 25.
This is not something that appears in nature, at least not on Galarion. Like I'd said before, and even like I think I said last session.
Okay, I'm going to use my hero point on this.
Wait, what? You already nat 20'd the perception check. I'm just flavor texting.
Okay.
What do you want to use your hero point to do? I'll hear you out. I'll hear you out.
I thought I had to make a reflex save.
I mean, I'm just trying to kick you in the ass, dude. Anyway,
Okay.
so the horse goes to use his breath weapon, and then Hassan, like, he looks up into the air a little bit, and he looks really annoyed. It's obvious that, like, someone is scrying him and messaging at him, and he's looking up, and he looks just, like, visibly perturbed. He looks at you guys, and he tells you guys that he's schizophrenic. He tells you guys that we will settle this later.
Okay,
His horse and him sink into the ground. No more life for you.
Oh,
Okay, so Papa.
10.
I assume
Sure. Here you go there. I got her.
Okay, cool. I see him now.
Is that all?
Yep.
Then it's on Sarah.
I can't see anything.
You can't because it's pitch dark. Stop looking at my screen. Look at your screen.
I'm gonna get some of this
Are you gonna-
little...
Were you gonna open the? Or did you just do a double move? Or are you gonna open the cell?
She double moved.
Okay.
Well, I got dragged.
Yeah.
Right, no, I don't know where you guys came from. How far away you were. That's what I was just asking. All right.
So what are you doing, sorry?
I don't know, I can't see anything.
That was a very fortuitous nat 20 on Donald's part. Suddenly, the pseudo big bad is schizophrenic and runs away.
Yeah, maybe it is the Kadir enemy in the south.
What?
Doing.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yes.
What you got, sir?
Did the getting moved count as my move action?
No, he dragged you.
Okay.
Well, I guess not drag you, but like led you along.
Okay.
Because if he dragged you, you'd end up like here.
Did I get a hit point back from the...
Yeah, yeah, and you have...
Yes.
That is your
you
7th
have-
round. You have 3 more rounds of it.
Okay. I don't know what I want to do. Can't see anything. I guess let's roll a knowledge religion check to see if I can figure out like more details about who that was.
Okay, sure.
Woo!
Man, you guys are so lucky that I reward natural 20s everywhere. You are definitively sure. You're rolling to figure out what Hassan's horse was.
No, well, sure, I guess that comes along with the...
What the horse was doing.
No, I was trying to figure out, like, more about who Hassan was.
Okay, a religion check doesn't give you anything. Because he's not a religious figure in any way, shape, or form.
But is it... Oh. Well,
But you natural 20. I'll tell you that you're sure that that horse came from the plane of Earth, and you're sure it was about to breath weapon you. But, yeah, no, that question is not applicable because
I
Hassan
thought you
is
said it
not...
was, had something to do with, Asmodeus.
Nope.
Okay.
So you're done.
Yeah.
Alright, Tommy's turn. Well, now I don't have to spirited charge you with a scimitar. I guess that's a good thing. So, Mercutio's gonna make that save. Well, he's probably... Yeah, he beats it. So we will remove his... I don't even know what to call that. It is gone. Mercutio, the girl... Well, the girl doesn't have... Mercutio is going to cast light. He can do that. Boom. And they're all going to move. Did I cut out again? I cut out again, didn't I? Oh, no, I'm muted. Okay. Mercutio casts light 15, 20, 25, 30. And all three of these guys are going to move this way. He'll go there. Yeah. Other things happen off camera. Do I need to move any of these guys? I don't think I do. Yeah, they're fine right where they are. All right, Joe, you're on.
Okay, I don't know. This is part of a move action, but I'm just gonna stop here for a second. Okay, yeah. I'm just stopping here so I can see that I'm not gonna like step on someone. And I'm gonna move back. Continue to move back, just be like rear guard.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna continue to hold the rest of my standard action. Just kind of like telling people like continue to back up. We still need to find the familiars.
Mm-hmm.
We have Asgardus to deal with.
Yeah, Augurs and Rainbow Lady are... You knew Rainbow Lady jumped in the water at the end of last session.
I'll go in the water then.
Okay.
And I'll tell someone before I'm leaving, like, fucking someone take Hamid's body, please.
Okay, they hear you. There's actually the cleric standing right on top of him will begin administering to him, start casting the resurrection spells and such.
Okay. Then, yeah, that's all. I'm going to start heading down. I have a 30-foot swim speed, so...
Okay. So you were in that corner, 5, 10... So you can get like 35-ish feet down. Okay. I think I'm going to cut out again. Nope. Okay, we're good. All right, Dan.
Okay. So I look at Lucia and Papa, and I'm like...
They are both... I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure both were pretty banged up.
Yep.
They're both?
Pretty banged up.
Okay. I say, did you get everybody else out? Or are there still people back there?
I got what people I could in that area. I mentioned the people are free. It would be the one, Tommy the cat, and Mirror flamboyant person from the camp.
How come you didn't let them out?
Yeah. I told them which way they actually went. So it would be the Chamber West. So they're with the others in there.
So they're free though?
Yes.
Okay. Can you free these guys, and I will with the keys, and I will find.
Sure.
Okay. And I'll find the big guy, and then I look at Papa. Pogue looks at Papa and says, "Hey, your frog prince is around the corner."
Woo!
And then goes dashing off up this way.
Okay.
Like a madman. 1, 2, 3.
And then goes dashing off. 1, 2.
It's. I guess I don't. Can I? Okay. 7. So did I see him swimming down?
You did not. You were...
Alright. So I stop and ask these guys, where did he go?
They'll point at the water.
Okay.
Actually, probably speak and stuff too, but you get the gist.
Okay. And do I know where am I hearing boots coming?
You were not.
Okay. So the only place we haven't explored... Seems like we're running out of places to explore.
Did we... we explored the west, the north. What about the east?
Well, the southeast is where the escape is.
Mm-hmm. You guys also know that there's like, if Pogue were to go up, right a little, down a little, left a little, there's stairs going down there. You guys hadn't gone down there yet.
Where?
Like,
Here?
if you were to go, yeah, and then down a bit.
Okay. 9, 10. Is there a door here?
There was I don't remember what prisoner was there, but there was a prisoner there.
Oh, they're out?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I seeing anything or hearing anything?
You were not. Well, you can make a perception check. How do I want to do this? Because, like, Joe himself, Natural 20, knows there's stuff over there, but you're not hearing anything.
Okay.
Let's have them roll. I trust you guys in that metagame, is why I'm saying all this. Okay, yeah, you hear nothing.
Okay. All right then. I guess that's my turn. I'm trying to find the familiars now and make sure there's no more stragglers.
Gotcha. So then, I believe it's Donald. I need to leave this notepad open. Yeah, it's Donald. Go, Donald, go. Unmute yourself. There you
Oh,
go.
it is my turn. I'm going to free this person in his cell, but not like a guy.
Alright, so,
Is it-
little goblin comes out.
Oh, goblin. Okay, I freed the goblin.
The goblin comes out, and he makes this really big, formal, strictly speaking, non-goblin bow. And he says, I'm not going to necessarily word it, but in a couple languages, well, make a linguistics checks, would you?
Okay, it's a shame that I do not know goblin yet.
He's definitely not speaking goblin.
28.
Okay, so very far to the east of where you are now, like east of Casmeron, south down by like where Vudra is, there's an archipelago, and it's called, I don't remember what the archipelago is called. Well, yeah, it's called Iblados, and Iblados is Pathfinder's Greece. And this guy, you don't know what he's saying, you have no clue, except for the fact that it's really formal, and it's definitively in Ibladonian. He begins
Okay,
making
so-
his way up the stairs. I think goblins have a slow speed. Hold up, move.
If I remember, goblins have like 20 feet for their speed, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so let's see. I'm going to move up to the. Let's see, Papa. Do you have a light source on you? I don't believe so.
Nope.
Not unless she were to cast the cantrip. Technically speaking, everybody's weapons are putting off light because they're magical, but those are suppressed.
Okay, so then I drag Papa with me to the other cell. Deal?
Okay. It sounds so horrible when you say it that way. Come on, we're going to the cell.
I sound like a terrible person dragging Papa.
You do.
The only thing missing is a collar and a chain.
Oh.
The only thing that's missing is everything you are. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Let's have Donald and Sarah both make a perception check. Alright. So, like I had said to Van several times, the door right here, it is violently shaking, and as you guys approach it, the door snaps off its hinges, and out comes this guy. I think I have him there. I got him.
Let me move.
Nope. No. You sit.
I'm just moving to see the token.
Okay. So, well, it'd be way more than that. What am I doing? Let's see. I don't have this guy's sheet out because, in theory, his class comes out next week if the class is good. Otherwise, he's just defaulting to something else. But we're going to hope that class is good. Does that beat Lucia's CMD?
Yes.
Okay, so this big guy bursts out of the cell, and you guys both recognize Hollet but you can't speak it, I assume. And just screaming in Hollet, he grabs Lucia and pins her to the ground. And as he does so, his already like super buff arms, like the muscles grow on muscles, and his body begins to hunch forward, and you see like his canines grow out, and he gets matching teeth on the bottom, and his jaw kind of like unhinges itself, I guess, as it gets really big, and his screaming in Kellish, not Kellish, there's too many languages. His screaming in Hollet rapidly just turns into like animalistic howling, and he begins just slamming on everything around him, just like you imagine like an angry gorilla would, essentially, just pounding his forearms everywhere. He's got a knee on Lucy's chest. He's not actively hurting you, but he's like extremely angry at everything around him, which eventually is going to be you. Do you what?
Let's see. Would my character know any other languages spoken in that area of the world?
They're really in his part of the world. Well, make a knowledge that part of the world check.
History.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Don't fail me now. Okay.
Alright, so you are definitively sure that this man is from the realm of the Mammoth Lords. He is, like I said, if you don't know, it's essentially Pathfinder caveman town, where they all herd megafauna, and it's kind of like Skyrim, but tribal structure, I suppose. Anyway, he calms down because you natural 20, and neither of you are in any danger. He just, out of nowhere, he throws his head back and he starts like scenting the air, and he kind of Tarzans his way off. The only thing he's wearing is a loincloth, and he just kind of like dragging his knuckles on the ground begins running this direction, making probably about that noise. Yeah.
Tommy, can you move my token back onto the map?
No.
I think.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Anyway.
Okay,
Good.
Okay, so which direction did
Yonder.
Did he? Okay, so. Well, Papa, I think it's time for us to find your frog friend.
Yeah. Speaking of Papa, Sarah, you're on.
I definitely can't see anything. So
Except for that little bit of light that's coming around a corner. That's just all the light you see, because you imagine a wall there.
I guess I'll step towards it. Here?
I guess that if
There's light. I see light.
I guess if Papa moving, I can move along with him.
If Papa wants to drag you.
Do you want me to come with you?
Sure.
And so it was.
Alright.
See, the buddy system works.
The buddy system works when we allow it to cheat the move actions.
Oh, there's a person.
Yeah, that's, like I said, essentially Tarzan. Or like Donald crit a check of some kind. It looks like, technically, this guy is a shifter, but that book won't release until next week, so he doesn't have stats yet. Imagine just like a more aggressive druid mid-wild shaping into some kind of great ape.
Huh. Alright. That's okay.
You also see Mercutio is up there, and he's cast light, and he sees you, and he waves. The bartender from session 1 is there, and the satyr is behind them. I don't know if you had ever seen the satyr. I don't think you had.
Recall.
Well, anyway, we good.
I will go near Mercutio.
Okay.
Oh, there's more light. Look at that. Lucia's dragged if she wants to be.
That's fine.
Hey, did my wasp make it back?
Yeah, you have it.
Okay.
How you done, Sarah?
I probably should be for now.
Okay. So then it goes to Tommy's turn. Stuff happens. Do. This guy moves here. Everybody in YouTube land can see exactly what's going on. You guys will see percentage dice.
So what
Plus,
you're saying is we shouldn't go and watch last week's YouTube video?
I mean, you can. Ugh,
See the
that's
rest?
terrible. Okay, got it. Then I think that's all I have to do. Those guys were told to stay there, so they're all just gonna sit. Yeah, sure. Okay, Joe.
I'm just gonna continue to swim downwards.
Okay, what is your swim speed again?
Just 30.
Okay, so a double move would put you at the bottom,
Okay.
and then make a perception check, would you?
Sure.
All right, so down, like you get to the bottom, and then there's a passage going off almost directly in front of you, and down that passage, maybe 100 feet or so, you can see that there's this iron portcullis, and it's being like wedged up. Augurs has planted himself under it, and he's in the act of pushing the portcullis up, but he can't quite get it. The monk is with him, and you can see she's got a little like bubble around her head, and she's trying to help Augurs push. And between the two of them, there's enough space for like Pogue probably to squeeze through if Pogue really tried. But that's as far up as they've got it.
Okay. I guess the next turn I'm just gonna make my way down there.
Okay. Van, you're on.
Okay. So,
Okay.
one. And does it see anything around the corner?
You do not.
To the south? I thought you said there were stairs down this way.
And so they're around this way. Oh, I got Robody.
1, 2.
Okay.
Oh, and then see stairs there.
You see there's a hallway going this way.
3.
Alright, so when you get there, there are held standard actions. I think you're in everybody's line of sight. Yeah, you are. Okay, so there are 2 troops stationed at the top of the stairs, and both of them are going to fire. If I can find the D20. A bajillion crossbow bolts go off at once. First attack, second attack. Do either of those hit?
Yeah.
Both of them hit?
Let me check my AC. The first one. Hang on, where'd all the. Oh, there we are. First one hits. The second one, did you say tie goes to.
The defender.
My ace is right at 20.
Okay, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, that doesn't hit. Also, I rolled a 19, and I'm just now realizing I rolled a 19, which is in a crossbow's threat range. So I'm going to roll a confirm right quick. Okay, I don't confirm. So I do regular damage. So you take... I should not have made 0 the key that meets my Discord. There you go. Congratulations. You take a single point of damage from like 60 guys firing upon you. I guess they're all terrible.
Okay. 1 point of damage. That's a miracle.
Yeah. It was almost 2 points of damage. I think a crossroad could times 2. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. It's alright. So, do I... If I look real quick...
Uh-huh.
Do I see anything past them?
You... Well, make a perception check. You see that there are mages interspersed in their ranks, and you see that rather than actively pursuing all you guys, they seem more intent to guard the stairs, and in fact there are stairs, like right here going down.
Okay.
You imagine, like right about here, all of the soldiers have their shields locked together and their spears lowered, and then behind them people just fire crossbows. Mages are getting ready to cast at you.
Okay, so that's 3. I think that was 3 I moved.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay. 4, 6. Double move.
Okay.
8. 9. And I can see the dwarf sitting there.
The dwarf is, at the moment, he's tending to Hamid, like he's casting resurrection on him.
This dude.
Yes, the guy with the X through him.
Okay. I'm not sure I can get through here, but I yell at all these guys and down to my beloved party members that I think I found where they're keeping the familiars.
Okay.
Where's the big orc guy?
The big orc guy? No one knows. Unless you mean Joe, who is that orc guy.
No.
Wait,
No.
are you talking about the orc that was partnering up with the monk warrior?
Yeah.
I think I know where he went.
You guys know, like, a couple sessions ago, you heard him run south, followed by a splash. But, I mean, you assume that means the water.
Right.
So it's safe to say the orc is trying to find his cat.
And you knew that was the case, too.
Right. So I'm saying I think I found where everybody is. So I yell at everybody and like, so what are we gonna do? That's my end of my turn.
Okay. Then we go to Donald.
We should try to find him at least if he is close to his animal companion, then he should be with the others. Let go and find him.
Okay.
So which way for map marker where the animals are being held?
You don't know.
Okay, so I ask Poe which direction.
He thinks that, then again, I say this because you guys don't definitively know where one is, but
Right. I think
that
it's
way-ish.
around yeah, you can see where I came from. I came running around the corner, so I'm pointing back to where I came from. I'm saying
Yeah.
it's around the corner, down the stairs. Come on, what are we doing? Let's go get him.
Oh, so it is east of you on the map then.
Correct.
I attack you with flurry of words.
Okay, fine.
Make a will save.
Now, I think there's a mesmerist archetype that does just that.
So I'm going to drag Papa along with me. So.
Alright. I know I've let this one go like 3 times, but I think if you're actively dragging someone, at the very least, I'm gonna say you guys are using your move actions together.
Yes, I would say Papa would be okay with this.
Considering
Papa,
he can see a little bit.
Yeah, would Papa
I think.
object being moved with me as well? So yeah, well, we are racing valuable time.
Okay.
And Pogue says, but wait, it's guarded.
At the last second, as they turn the corner.
Exactly.
Yep. Well, let's make sure we have everyone before we go down.
Alright. Is that all, Donald?
Yes.
Alright, so it goes to Sarah. Sarah has, because I think we missed it last round, Sarah has 1 more round of Infernal Healing and gets 2 more hit points.
Okay. I find a pencil. Alright.
You've turned the corner, so you can't really. Mercutio's light source doesn't go that far that way.
Okay. Unfortunate. I cannot see now.
So the light, so the effect that is blocking the light I used, the light is still off from that spell use?
Yeah, the lights are still off. The last time you cast light that I remember, you failed because a bunch of gargoyles started wailing on you. There's nothing stopping you from casting it again.
That would be nice. Are you talking to me?
I don't know if you have
I don't
light or
think I
not.
have light.
I have light prepared, but it's on my turn. I need to cast it.
Correct.
That'd be nice. Right now I'm probably just getting dragged because I can't really see anything.
Okay. So nothing to do.
For now, no.
Okay. So then we'll go to Tommy's turn. Let's have everybody who isn't Joe make a perception check. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I need
Okay.
to hear no more. We're good. So, everyone, specifically Lucia, but everyone hears the sound of somebody. Did I cut out again? No, I didn't. Okay. In Infernal, there's an old, like, it sounds like an old elderly voice, like friendly old grandpa type, but every 2 or 3 words, it begins to, like, hiss and rattle, like a, kind of like devilish. You hear him,
I know
Becca?
Infernal, so can I make out what is being said?
yeah, it sounds like, oh, how do I want to do this? It's that old man that had tieflinged out before you, and he's just raging at everything in his direction, and you can hear, you don't recognize the voice, but I guess no one screams out in pain in common, but you get the idea. You, like, because of the natural 20, you are definitively sure that the guy that had tieflinged out is still moving around up here, and he's come into contact with one of the NPCs, and they're fighting. And then we'll go to Joe. Yeah.
I tell Paul this is look like our ultimate friend. He is busy with his with his captors, or someone on this floor.
So we'll go to Joe.
So where do I think it's coming from? Directionally?
Yonder.
So I can.
You guys probably can't see that at all because it's black screen and I'm black when I ping that. So northish, right there.
Northish.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
You can see that?
I see. Yep.
Neat. All right, Joe.
I'm just continuing down that hallway.
Okay. So you swim down the hall and everyone sees you. As you get a little closer, you see that Augury's has grown gills and his feet have kind of like, not full, like formed a fishtail, but they've definitely flippered out a little bit. And it's the same thing with like his forearms. Like he's like half polymorphed to fish, essentially. Augurs nods at you. The monk doesn't say anything because the monk is straining a lot more than Augurs is to try to get this gate up. They don't say anything, but you can tell they're both definitely happy to see you.
Okay. Am I close enough to grab the gate?
It's about another 30 feet.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna keep moving down the hallway.
Okay. So then we'll go to Van.
Okay. So all of these people are just staying put?
Yeah. They're not sure what they want to do. They know there's bad guy here, escape here.
Right.
I guess I'll move this guy up. That makes sense.
Alright, so I see this guy for the first time. Is he feral or is he actually...
Make a check.
Which one?
Your choice. Okay, so, like I had said to everybody else, think Tarzan. The dude is, like, mid-polymorphed in ape. His jaw is all messed up. He's got, like, long fangs that a gorilla does, essentially. His arms are about as big as his legs, and he's doubled over, almost walking on his knuckles. He's kind of just, like, sniffing the air at the moment. Everybody is giving him a really, really wide berth, and it's obvious that nobody knows who he is, but since he's not doing anything crazy, well, crazy in terms of attacking folks, I guess, they're not going to acknowledge him. They're just going to assume, like, awkward other prisoner, essentially.
Alright, so I look at him and I'm like, hey, can you understand me?
He does not respond. Continues just sniffing the air.
What kind of...
Thank you for being helper.
Like a diplomacy check work to
Sleepy.
kind
What
of
about? No, just in case.
bridge the language gap or linguistics or...
You can certainly try. I don't know why Light is typing. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Light?
Oh my god. There's a death god among us. Crap.
The light sources are speaking. I'm also pretty sure the light sources are Joe.
So I
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm taking that away from you guys if you abuse it. We'll turn this dungeon dark again.
Okay, so I bust out a ration bar
Okay.
or whatever, and I'm like, "Hey, come with me and fight."
Okay.
Terrible.
He'll definitely approach you. By my powers as GM, this NPC cuts the initiative, and he'll move up here, and he'll like sniff at your hand, and take both of his hands and grab your forearm with like his crazy polymorph shape. He doesn't take the food, but he definitely grabs you.
He grabs me.
Uh-huh.
Do I get a...
Not like in a hostile way.
A hug.
Yeah, around your forearm.
Aww.
With arms that are probably bigger than you.
Okay.
That's so sweet.
Big friendly guy. I try and move around by the door. Will he go with me?
We'll just say, I'm feeling nice today. He'll just, like, realize that there's food in your hand, and he'll reach down and, like, whilst holding your arm, he, like, bends down and essentially just eats out of your hand like an animal.
Okay.
He appears pleased. And will follow you.
Following me?
Oh, yeah. You've got food.
4, 5, I'm skirting these guys. What's up here?
Up there, you see that goblin that was in a cell. He's carrying himself much more like you would expect a goblin to be carrying itself about how Ape Man behind you is. But he's carrying himself more like a civilized humanoid, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So I look up here, I'm like, y'all are going the wrong way. Come this way. And I see...
You cut out. I didn't hear it. I heard, yay!
Do I see the Tommy the cat and the tiefling fighting, or what?
I imagine you do. Yeah, you definitely do.
I mean, I can see them. I'm just...
Yeah, they're fighting.
Okay. Alright, so this is a goblin, and I'm like, hey, man.
He turns around and he bows.
I found the familiar. Should we go get him?
He points at the two characters fighting behind him, and I imagine you don't speak the language that he's trying to speak at you, but he turns, and as he does so, it's obvious he can't fight with his fists as well as he would with a weapon, but he's getting ready to. Okay. You hear him point at the tiefling, and he says something in a language you don't recognize, pending linguistics check.
Alright. 6, and I did a linguistics check of 10, which is pretty miserable.
Yeah, okay, you have no idea.
Okay.
But you do know this guy's following you.
Okay.
And he sees. He has dark vision. Continues to follow, waiting on more snacks.
8, 9...
Snacks?
10...
Snacks?
I grabbed this guy.
Okay.
11...
Well, make a perception check as you move there, would you?
As I move here?
Yeah. Okay, so you, it's not... You don't know exactly what's going on, but as you pass close to the goblin, you feel more brave. You feel like... I don't know how to word it. You've obviously passed into some kind of aura. You feel like more prepared to fight.
That I've got some somebody on my side.
Yeah, more or less.
Um,
Also, this guy follows you. Also, he feels different.
so I understand he's like. Did I ever get my spear back from the girl or not?
You did not.
Okay. Seeing what else I'm willing to give away.
The friendliest PC you've ever met. Want my gear? Here you go.
Here you go. I didn't need it anyway.
Said no PC ever.
Right. All right. And so I got him, and I'm sort of pointing my head towards the door behind Tommy, and not that I expect him to understand, but weapons in there, sharp, pointy.
Yeah, he has no idea. He sniffs at you.
No, not this guy, the goblin.
Oh, yeah, the goblin understands.
Yeah, okay. So
he might not understand, like, verbatim what you're saying, but he gets the cut of your jib.
Right, and so I think I get one more. So that was a double move. That's basically it.
Okay. He still wants snacks. So then it is on Donald. Go, Donald, go.
Okay, so let's see. What do the group want to do? Should we go after the caveman or go down to free the animals? So let's see. So is Poe in the area still?
Last you might have seen was me running instead of up from where I just came from. I ran around the side of the pond.
Yeah,
that
but
way.
She wouldn't have seen that. I had to move your token to see where your line of sight went. Yeah, you have no idea.
Okay, so let's see.
You definitely see the person who is a former slave of your house 15, 20 feet away from you. He sees you.
So it's the satyr, the tavern woman at the bar, and Mercutio. So
yeah.
So Ardwin, should we go after the person insert the Tarzan NPC, or should we just go down to free the animal companions? I don't want to go down there by myself.
I think enough people have the caveman taken care of, so it's probably alright if we go down and help the animals.
Yep, so if it's just the caveman, Fit Erdwin, you, me, and then people heal, that should be enough if we go down. I would give Papa a light torch using the light cantrip.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
And then you should see me throughout the day, pretty much. So.
Yeah.
Yay! So I can see your skull paint now.
You can.
Yeah,
Did you put a light source on the board? Dog?
Oh, not yet.
Alright, I'll grab it.
Now, I just did for Papa.
Well, now there are two. You don't get two. You get one. Sarah, it's on you to move that little blue thing. It's sitting in your square.
This? Oh. Not.
Guys, please.
I don't see the blue thing you're talking about.
Look harder.
What?
Are you done, Jim? Or Donald?
Did you say the Carter?
Yes. Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, then it goes to Sarah.
Oh, it's going away.
Joe, stop playing with the light. Put it down. I'm taking it away. That's it. You guys don't deserve a light source. No.
Hey, wait a minute.
It is dark. No save. Rocks fall. I actually don't know how to take that.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how to move the light, but everybody else does.
You just click on it and move it.
Okay.
It's just a
There.
token. You can move.
Yeah, just a little blue thing.
Okay.
Yes, yes. You have supreme light from your Lord and Maker Asmodeus.
I can't move the light.
They just moved.
What?
They just moved.
Yeah, but I didn't do it.
Well, who cares? It moved.
Okay.
Weird.
Oh. Alright. So we moved there. Okay. Damn it. I guess let's roll a perception check now that I have a light.
Sure.
Woo!
Alright, so you guys are sure that there are bad guys waiting yonder. And it's probably a bad idea to go there, especially considering your amount of lack of hit points.
Stop, Lucia. We can't go this way.
You get another hit point.
Okay.
I think that was the last round.
Yeah, I believe so.
So no more fast healing for you. It's gone. You don't get it. Like you don't get lights. Just play with them. Are you done, Sarah?
Yeah.
Alright, so it goes to my turn. Van sees the tiefling Kia, his hands, like, before your eyes, his nails on his hand grow out about 4 inches, and he slashes the rogue across the face, and with his other hand, as he does so, as the rogue begins bleeding all over the place, he catches a bunch of his blood and in a little vial and puts it in a bunch of other vials and mixes it together, and he drinks it. As he does so, all of his tiefling stuff, it doesn't recede into him entirely, but his horns probably shrink like half an inch. His ears round out a little bit, and he shakes himself a little bit, and suddenly realizing where he is, he pulls another vial out of his bag, and he hands it to the rogue, and apologizing profusely, he moves over here, and no one speaks Hollet, but he says something in Hollet to Big Guy. Big Guy looks at him and cocks his head and sniffs a little bit. As he does so, the old tiefling man breaks out it's a weird looking vial that's got a weird colored liquid in it, and he hands it to him, and he begins sniffing it, and then he just throws it back and downs it in one. Meanwhile, this guy goes in here. What else is going on? Nothing else is going on. Well, actually, some things are going on. The closest NPC that he cares about is up here. So, Dwarf is going to move up here, and he's going to tell Poe that he is unable to resurrect the Khadiran because the Khadiran soul is unwilling to return to the material plane. He apologizes. He looks pretty downcast about the whole thing, but he says he's done all he can. Something you would need to directly commune with greater powers than humble him to be able to convince the soul to come back, or he gets really uncomfortable as he says force it to come back, and he begins he draws Asmodeus' unholy symbol in the air, and he does it sarcastically, knowing that you're not about that life.
Right. Yeah, I'm super not about that life.
What else is going on? I think that's... I'm gonna roll something. Sure. Alright. Mercutio's light source winks out. And that's all I've got for now. Oh, I really need to change my hotkey so Zero doesn't unmute me. Okay, that's all I got. Joe's on.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that last 30 feet.
Okay. You get up to where, like I said, these two are straining to get this portcullis up.
Okay, I will, do the same. Brace myself and push up on the gate.
Okay. Roll me a CMB.
CMB.
Okay, that's... You don't get it, like, just all the way up. But between the three of you guys, you get to the point where, like, a medium humanoid could move under you with... I mean, there'd probably be problems from giant troll guy and other people standing in the way, but he could squeeze past you guys. You're also to a point where well, the size category large person would have a problem, but augurs and the monk could like push like to the other side, but to do so would be to let their weight off the gate. Augurs looks up at you. He can't talk, but he looks at you and just kind of like cocks his head questioningly and then nods in the direction of the other side of the tunnel.
I'll look at the two of them, and then I'll like cock my head forward towards the other side of the portcullis.
Okay.
Trying to
So this is
they both should sidestep, and I'll stay on this side.
okay. So you're giving them permission to go on through?
Yeah.
Okay, they'll do so. Make another CMB, because as they leave, like...
Just gotta let it. Okay, yeah. I'm not trying to go onto the other side.
Okay.
There you go.
Is there a particular reason that came from... it's the same numbers. Oh, wait, I see what happened. I just scrolled up. I see Papa Emeritus roll. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, those are both considerably better than the numbers I was looking at. Yeah, you're able to hold it. You can't push it up any farther, but as the weight like shifts more onto you, you're able to keep it in one place where it's at. Augurs, him and the monk begin swimming down, and you see them swim upward, and you imagine like the whole, like you swam down, go forward, and you imagine it just goes up like a giant U shape, essentially.
Okay, I'll just stand there and hold the gate.
Okay. Do we go to Van?
Yeah.
Okay, Van, you're on.
Okay. So I'm looking around my people. These are my people now.
Yes.
You know, I'm feeling warm and fuzzy and ready for a good fight.
Yay!
And
Warm and fuzzy and ready to kill stuff. Classic
Yeah.
PC.
so I look at them and say, "Are you guys ready for a fight? Let's go get the everybody's pets."
The dwarf nods, the tiefling nods, and he tells you that I'm not going to try to do voices today because there are too many NPCs and I will botch them. But
Sure.
he tells you that he's sorry for everything that's going on. He's trying to control things that are happening at the moment, and sometimes it gets the better of him. He says that he's happy you guys freed Kresh, and he points at Big Monkey Guy. And he goes on to just basically explain that Kresh isn't intelligent enough to know what's going on. They just kind of picked him up, and he was different, so they imprisoned him.
Okay.
Kresh continues to sniff for food.
So I ask him if he'll fight.
Will Kresh fight, or will the tiefling?
Well, both. The tiefling. So I tell the tiefling, I say, "Well, we all get a little bit animalistic sometimes." And I look over at Kresh, and then I say to him, "You can, but there's no time like the present for making amends. Are you up for a fight?"
The tiefling pulls a wickedly curved dagger out of his belt, and you can see that it's like magically dripping some kind of gross black venom. And
I'll take that as a yes, and then I say, "Can you ask him if he'll fight?"
the tiefling tells you that Kresh will follow him, and Kresh will do what he says.
Okay. I look up at the rogue, and I'm like, "Hey, grab some weapons and that guy and the goblin, and let's go.
He will do so.
Get ourselves a fight."
Okay.
And so that whole big conversation.
It's not a small conversation.
Right. No. The biggest thing about Pogue is his vocabulary. That's 1, 2, 6. This time He's going to be. Can I roll a stealth check and then move half speed?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Let's get something other than what I've been rolling.
That's a solid number.
That is a more solid number. All right, and then it goes 1, 2, 3. He's not sure what he's gonna do yet, but he sees them.
Mm-hmm. Whether or not they see you would depend on the perception check, unless you just walk right in front of them.
No, I'm still looking around the corner. That kind of ends my.
Your turn.
Well, I can, seeing that there's nothing, I go like, oh, hey guys.
Okay.
Blow my stealth there with that, but it would make sense to try and stealth past them to be stealthy in front of these guys.
Right.
Down at the stairs. And I'll pull out my sword and my offhand thing as I'm going.
Okay. That all you got?
Yeah.
All right, Donald. Make a perception check, actually, would you?
Okay.
Sarah, you, sir.
What's up? The
Perception check. Donald has no idea where Van is. Yeah, neither of you have any idea. Because he's still got the wall, so you can't see Pogue. Of course, with Pogue, again, if he just lands right there, then okay, yeah, you got him. But right there, you don't see him.
They hear me, though.
Yeah, if you're talking to him.
Yeah, I said, oh, hey, guys.
Disembodied voice. What you doing, Donald?
Okay, so so it's just me, you, Papa, and so who else is going down where the animals are with us?
I have people following me.
Okay, good. I have a special treat prepared for these Kalish when I encounter them. And as she says, special treat, knowing her being a Cheliax.
It probably doesn't mean special treat.
Right.
Yeah, it means it's time for payback to a certain extent.
Only a little payback.
But I'm sure that Pogue, even if she said, oh, I have a special treat for you, and really meant it was like a nice thing, he'd be really suspicious, so.
Yeah.
Well, you would probably know that Cheliaxian, they would probably plan their revenge on another party, and do it to a reasonable extent, being a halfling and a slave to a Chelish master. But you would know that. Yeah, so I'm just going to use my point to summon a Hellhound when combat comes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm going to use my hero point to cast Summon Monster 2.
I don't know if you can.
It is
Could
on
you?
it is on the 2nd level Summon Monster.
Right. But I'm not sure if that's what hero points could be used to do.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, for wizards, you can just cast a spell if you know the spell and you didn't prepare, you can just use it. So yeah.
So we have act out of turn, bonus, extra action. Where do you get an extra standard action?
So I have.
Yeah, there's nothing specifically that says to do something you don't have prepared. We have act out of turn, bonus on a roll, extra action, inspiration, recall.
I thought you could summon. So would you say I could use my hero point? I didn't prepare the 2nd level spells yet, so could I just use that? So you would be okay with me just using a hero point for that, just to cast?
You could use your hero point to get back a spell you've already cast, but if it's something you got like since coming down here and have never prepped it, then you can't.
Well, I probably did. I would have had prep. I would have had it in the book, but I would have had it in the book.
But you wouldn't have it prepped because you weren't of sufficient level. Is that right?
I can cast it now, so it's no.
But you couldn't then, right?
when I first wrote it down when we were back in camp, couldn't cast it then, but now I can. So it's a second level spell to summon it.
Okay.
So I just move with Papa.
Yeah.
So I'll move him.
So do I hear any footprints coming our way?
You do not.
Going down. Okay.
But that triggers held actions. Whoops.
Oh,
I told you.
I don't know if we want to get dragged that way.
Oh, yeah, I bet you don't know. But it's going to happen.
No.
So,
Please.
first attack going at
Yeah,
Lucia.
so let's see, move.
Boom. Does that hit you?
The who?
You.
You.
Yes.
Alright. So, I'm going to roll 1 damage again. Here we go. Oh, actually.
Reach.
They're firing crossbows at you.
Okay, that's going to reduce me down to one hit point. Wow.
Does that hit you, Sarah? 21.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh my
Let-
god, which part of...
Let's get rid of that fast healing right
Which
quick.
part of people are coming do you not understand?
I didn't
7
wanna
damage,
go this
Sarah.
way.
I knew they were coming, but this early?
What?
No, I meant like, wait for the rest of the party to show up. And you're like, no, I'm going for it. Yeah.
Are you done? Don't.
I'm going to use my hero point to cast summon monster 2.
You cannot do that.
No.
Yeah. You can cast something that was repaired before you were captured, but you can't because you guys hadn't reached that level until you got here.
Okay then. Then I'm probably going to cast.
Healing,
That's the thought.
Yes, I might
Hey.
well.
expeditious retreat.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I actually have that for first level spell, so yeah. So just going to move. So cast that, and I think I cannot actually move anymore.
You'd move 15 feet, I believe.
Okay, then I'm going to move back.
Okay.
Yep, found them.
Sarah, do you wish to accompany?
Yes, please.
So, yeah,
Thank
let me
you.
move back-
I'm gonna move
move
this
back
light.
one more square.
Okay. Sarah, you're on.
Oh, alright.
Bad things happen down that way.
Okay.
What did you cast, Donald?
Expeditious retreat?
You didn't have to do that. But
Yeah.
You're just going 15 feet back.
No, or then.
I mean, if you want to just take off, grab that extra 60 real quick.
Nah, I might well cast it to get further away.
Okay.
I'm done.
And you use your hero point to do this? Is that correct? Okay. Now that you're moving that much, like, let's see, hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20.
It's a shame I cannot cast second level spells. I'm going to use it for this oncoming fight for the most part.
That's not true.
Especially with 1 hit point.
They're clerics.
I mean, my Infernal Healing will end next turn, so only 2 hit points left.
What you doing, Sarah?
Wait, did I not get moved with Donald?
You did not, because Donald's move speed is now 30 faster than you.
So I can't get dragged
No.
with him?
It would slow him back down.
So it would be
Okay.
half of 30, so it would be...
I can see the corner of him. Sorry, Papa.
Let's start moving.
Don't forget to move your light.
I can't, though.
Can you really not?
Oh, wait, yeah, I kind of moved it, maybe. No, I didn't. Who the hell's doing that? That's not me. No.
Not me either. Ghost!
Yes, it is the Kelish people doing it.
Okay.
Now only Sarah can move that light. Yeah,
Thank
you should be able to move it now.
Okay, much better. Let's see. I'm just gonna move my 30 feet
Okay.
and be like, hey, there's stuff over there. Bad stuff, bad guys.
Everyone was aware.
Oh, well now everyone's super aware.
They are double aware.
Yeah.
They see crossbow bolts just hanging out of you guys.
Ow.
Ow,
Freaking
indeed.
pincushions.
You done?
Let me see. I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on myself.
Seems good.
How many is that 1d8?
1d8 plus level max 5. How many more of those do you have left, Sarah?
That's my first one that I've used since my last rest.
Okay.
Ooh, alright. That will be all.
Okay. Then it goes Tommy. Van sees, and I think Van is the only one to see. Well, eventually everyone's going to see
Whoa.
a gigantic ape make its way over here. He has a lot of problems squeezing through a lot of places, but he gets where he gets. He's accompanied by that tiefling who probably rides on his shoulder, and
Wait, are they going the wrong way?
they're going down where everybody else is down here. Did you want them to go here?
I want them to follow me.
Okay, fine. They will go that way. You can have the giant ape man, and the dwarf, and the tiefling.
Why are they going down that way? I thought we were going to go and fight some...
15, 20, 5,
Some bad
10,
guys.
15, 20, and this guy can double move. So Van sees the goblin has donned a weird bell-shaped helmet where like there's like slots cut out like in a T shape for his eyes and like a Greek helmet, right? And it's got a black and white crest running up it. He's got a breastplate that has been crafted to appear like he's got like 12-pack abs, and it's got carved into it. There are 3 spears, 2 of them sitting at like a 15-degree angle from the third one, which just runs straight up the middle. And there's like a little wreath around all of them. He's got a spear that almost touches the ceiling, like it's bigger than the monkey is, and a bronze shield that's about as big as he is.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue has rogue stuff. These guys are going to join me too. They get what's going on. Yep. She's going to follow. Mercutio is going to stumble around. Well, there's a light source. What can you see, buddy? Oh, you don't have your line of sight figured out. We'll say you end up there. Yeah, he can just move. He'll be fine. Those guys were not told to move, so they will not move.
They brought the bartender.
They brought the bartender, but not the illusionist or the slayer.
I'm like, you guys brought the bartender?
She looks really like taken aback and embarrassed as you say this. The satyr just kind of like shrugs his shoulders and chuckles.
Wait, so we have a caveman, a tiefling, a bartender, and a satyr. This is a party right here. If we were not in a dungeon.
Yeah, just find. Let me count everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if you want to count Hamid. 10, 11 for the 2 underwater. 12, 13, 14, 15. Just find 16 players. We got this. That'll be great.
Yes, with one NPC dead,
Yeah.
we can have a grieving party.
Yeah, you guys can just perform the service right there. There's 2 clerics. But I digress. Joe.
Okay.
Actually, I don't digress all the way. Light winks out.
I don't exactly want to be the not the human doorstop, but
The valet.
I want to be the living doorstop. So I'm gonna move back and drop the gate.
Okay. Back the way you came.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start making my way back up to where I would be on the map.
Okay, gotcha. So that's a couple turns worth of double moves. The gate slams down. And then, unless you have anything else, we go to Van.
Okay, I ask the spellcaster looking types if they've got. Say, hey, do either of you have anything that might clear a room real quickly?
Well, roll me some percentage dice, why don't you?
Oh, roll.
Yeah, you would. I'll let your fate be in your hands today. They do not.
Generous of you.
They definitively do not.
Nice.
It goes even as far as to, like, the dwarf, he tells you that he's out of cure spells. Mercutio says, like, from the back, just chiming in at the end, just, I'm out too.
I'm using my hero point.
To re-roll the percentage dice. Alright, yeah, sure. I'm good with it. Okay, yeah,
better.
that's much better. The dwarf and Mercutio both scratch their heads and then suddenly realize they actually have plenty of spells left. The tiefling riding on top of the giant ape, he rattles the coat that's over his armor and it jingles with, like, glass, tinking off glass, tinking off glass. You get the feeling there's several potions there.
I ask him if he's got any a bottle or two of alchemist fire that I could borrow.
He probably has a lot better than alchemist fire, to tell you the
Or
truth.
something to clear a bottle of something to clear a room.
A bottle of something to clear a room. Bottled caveman farts. No. He tells you he has things, but he gets a little condescending, I suppose, as he says that if he were to give them to you, they wouldn't be as effective. You wouldn't know what you were doing.
So I asked him, what do you have that I can throw in there with a mage hand?
With a mage hand? Okay, yeah, sure. He, roll me a d10. It'll be fun. I believe in you. I don't believe in the RNG. Yeah, 4's not bad. Okay, so from his, like, trench coat, I guess, essentially, he produces a little orange sphere. It's about the size of, like, a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
As he picks it up, it balloons in his hand to where it fills up his entire palm. And he says something in Hollet, and the big ape picks him up by the scruff of his neck and sets him down over by you. Whoop,
Okay.
wrong token. I need the tiefling. I can't grab the tiefling. Move, Crash. Now go back. Good, Crash.
Nice.
The tiefling hands you the little orange sphere, and as he lets go of it, it shrinks down again to about the size of a quarter. He says that should do the trick.
Okay. Mage hand's range is what? 25 feet?
I believe.
Okay, so I take his I take the vial,
It's not a vial, it's a little orb.
or a orb.
Yeah.
So I take, and I want to 1, 2. I look at these two and I go,
Do you guys consent to the shushing?
I don't care whether they do or not. It's not their turn.
Yeah. Well, talking is a free action.
So it could be like la 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 la
Ruining a stealth check, not a free action. You're fine, go.
la la la.
Can I make another stealth check and then use mage hand to throw?
We're gonna ride on the stealth check you made, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, let me make a couple perception checks right quick here. See if we get you. Okay, yeah, go for it.
Alright, so I'm going to use mage hand, and I'm going to take that thing, and I'm going to... So I'm trying to be, like, right at the corner. I don't know how to be right at the
That's
corner.
fine,
but
that's where we'll do.
basically,
You're trying to just, like, lean around the corner, throw it, lean back.
Yeah, and send it in there and toss it where I remember the people to be.
Okay. Make me a ranged touch attack.
Ranged touch attack. Does it really matter?
It can,
Okay.
because you're technically targeting a square, and there's also people with not a lot of hit points standing next to you.
I have ranged. Oh, how do I
Because
range?
it's a touch attack, so we'll just roll the range attack. I know what the DC is.
All right.
Yeah, okay, that beats it. You're just trying to get a 5, because
Okay.
we're just hitting the square. Okay, so you throw the little thing, and when it hits the ground, it explodes. In we want to target this square. Actually, hang on a second. I gotta do the counting again. I was expecting a necklace of fireballs. Yeah, okay. So you will need a reflex save as well.
I do.
Yes, it explodes, and you were within the blast radius.
I'm around the
So
corner.
you are, but if we're targeting here, it's still enough to get you there. It gets. It doesn't get it would technically get Sarah too, but there's a bunch of wall there. It doesn't break the wall,
Nice.
but it explodes around that way. The DC is low.
All right. Heck,
Well, I failed both of them.
I'm making a reflex.
If you would. Oh.
Uh-oh.
No.
The DC is low. He'll be fine. You used your hero point on a percentage dice. Alright.
No. I
So-
needed that hero point so that I could burn my face off.
Yeah. I'll roll the d6. I won't make you roll the d6.
You
I'm not
realize that it's a reflex, that's a plus 13.
Yeah.
The only way that I could... So Pogue, after sending Mage Hand in, wants to make sure he hit. It sticks his face into the football.
For that much damage. I don't know what I'm going to do in that one.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to say...
Do I get a...
Do you get what?
No, what was the reflex save?
The DC.
What was the DC?
19.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm going to say, since you nat 1, you catch fire. In Pathfinder, that's a full round action to just, stop, drop, and roll, essentially. Otherwise, it's a d6 every round.
Okay.
You hear screaming, you hear... they start moving. They're not just going to sit there anymore. Is that all you have, though?
So that's where I am. Alright, so... ouch, 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 ouch! And I...
Ouch, indeed. You can definitely see the tiefling, facepalm a little bit. Amateurs!
I can't because my eyebrows are higher.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, no, that's all I got. That's my move, It's gonna be hard to be though.
Bless you, Sarah.
I tried to warn you so you could mute the mic, but it didn't work.
Okay.
Donald, you're on. Donald is muted.
Hello.
It is my
Yeah, you're up. You just saw... Well, make a knowledge arcana check, would you? Donald?
Okay. 26.
So, from the tiefling, Pogue had got a little bit of a necklace of fireballs, and he threw it into the room and was too close and was caught in the splash. So, he's on fire right now. You can hear in Kellish, people are just... They're not going to wait anymore, suffice to say. They're going to start turning the corner.
Okay, so tactically I'm going to get back.
So, tactically, I'm out.
I need to treat my wound first. I am close to death. Or close to being KO'd, so I'm going to use my... the infernal healing on me.
Okay.
And that ends my end of my turn.
Alright, Sarah, you're on. Your light winked out last turn.
Oh, so that's why I can't see anything.
Correct. Well, actually, hang on a second.
You can see...
There's a light source at the moment.
Yeah, the burning half-light.
We'll put it out to, there. Yeah. Van is on fire.
Oh. Wait. Oh.
There's a burning halfling about 20 feet away from you.
Let's see what I can do about that.
Cast Create Water.
Spark! I have spark!
Yes.
I don't think that... No. Oh... I don't think I have... I've unseen serving. I could, stop, drop, and roll you.
What level spell is that?
1.
Okay.
Why?
You don't have the
Oh,
spells that you got from
Yeah.
level. I was expecting that to be like a second or third. But yeah, no, Unseen Servant just like goes and gets things for you, I think.
So I can't like have him like
Perform a
push-
CMB on the rogue to tackle him and forcibly put out the fire. No, you cannot. You might be able to do it yourself.
Oh, I don't know if I want to be that nice. Yeah.
You can also hear the guards speaking in Kalish
Where? Like where's it?
where they were shooting at you.
Oh,
Are they
okay.
saying anything in particular?
They're just like they're gonna come around the corner and start attacking
Oh,
on their
no.
turn, basically. They'll sit and wait and guard the stairs, but if you guys are gonna like duck around and like pot shot fireballs at them, they're not gonna just stand and take it.
Alright. We're flipping a coin. Do I want to be nice or not? I can't even tell. This coin's really dirty.
We'll just make a decision.
I don't know if I want to be nice or evil. Oh, let's be nice.
Well, you can't see Donald, but Donald's in the square below you and not doing much better.
Oh, Donald's on fire too?
No, Donald's not on fire. Donald has crossbow bolts hanging out.
Oh. Well. Oh yeah, he did want me to cure light wounds on. Could I like? Okay.
I have infernal healing on, so do you want to heal Poe?
I guess I could do that. Okay.
That would be better for you to do that.
I'm gonna move 15 feet and like
worry about Poe.
pet
Okay, so I want you to make a touch attack.
a touch attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
because this dude's on fire.
Okay. Just adding my strength.
I'll see the dice. They'll be fine. I'm just trying to... Yeah, no, you're fine. You are able to not touch the bits of him that are healing. Go for it.
Okay, so I like pat him, like pat the fire out.
Is that what you're trying to do? Because I thought you were trying to cast Cure Light Wounds on him.
I can do that too.
It's one or the other.
I'll cure light wounds. Well,
Alright.
well, Pogue, are you in trouble?
What do you think?
I'm on fire. I probably have more hit points than people that go and stand in front of open doors filled with crossbows, but...
Yeah.
Don't worry, everything is fine.
Yeah, that's what I'll say.
Yeah,
Okay.
and when a childish person says that to me, I'm like, uh-huh.
Okay.
So 1d8 plus 4, if you would. And that's how many hit points you get left.
Yay!
There you go. I did something nice too.
You did?
Thank you. That doesn't put it out, or I'm still on fire?
No, yeah, you're still on fire. It just feels a little better.
Okay.
Is that all said? You did a move in a standard. What am I saying? Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. So these guys
Oh,
are going
no.
to turn the corner.
Oh no.
As they do so, they see the giant gorilla man has got out. And... Whoop. I forget how to draw a line. Is it shift? Nope. It's the ruler bit. So I have line of sight. I have a corner to Pogue and Big Dude. And this one has a corner to Pogue and Tiefling. Okay, cool. So first attack is going... Well, they're both going at Pogue.
Wait a minute. I told you I was around the corner.
Yeah, you're right there. And they're gonna... The troops, when they fire, they take a line and they just go that way.
Right, that guy I agree. This guy?
This guy is using this line here. Whoop, no, that line. I can't select the line. But, right, this line here that bisects you. Or rather, oh, no, wait, I see. Yeah, never mind. Well, he's gonna move here then. But that's the ruler. But now I'll just measure. And now he has line
Okay.
to...
Okay.
I think he probably sees Crush as the bigger threat, though. Literally and figuratively. So only one of these is going to target Pope. Okay, so I gotta add something.
What are you doing?
I'm shooting your face. Does that hit? Well, that's in my third range. Does that hit you?
Does the 18 hit me? No.
Okay, so we're just doing regular damage. And there'll be regular damage on Crash too. So you both take 4 damage. And then Yonder. That doesn't hit him. They're all the same thing. Well, I guess I did. Alright, so when that happens, Angry Monkey becomes angrier. And I'm going to say Sarah and Van, both of you, make a reflex save. The humongous ape is just going to come crashing into you.
Oh.
Well, you still got a hero point.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Alright, 1 second.
So I just want me to reroll?
Yes, that is what you are looking for here. Okay. Got it. Now waiting on...
Sorry.
You're good. Alright. Van passes. I'm about 90% sure Van has evasion? Question mark?
Mm-hmm.
Then Van passes and tastes nothing. But Sarah will take half. So we'll say... I'll just... half of whatever this says, Sarah. As the giant ape tramples through your square.
7.
Yeah. And then he's going to... I'm just rolling to not fail, basically. I don't fail. So he has Pounce because of magic powers, and he just thrashes through this guy. Just big old monkey comes charging through, slams into him, throwing his arms around. People go flying, probably. Bones crunch. Armor, like, shrieks as it's being, like, pushed into him, and it probably cuts him open too. Yeah. This one's gonna survive, and they are gonna do swarm stuff. And I have a lot of NPCs. Everybody's gonna come in here. Sarah, how hurt are you?
I'm like at half health.
Half health. Van?
I am.
You cut out. I'm sorry. What's up?
I am telling you. As soon as I figure, I am at 2/3 health.
2/3. Okay. So then you're gonna get the healing.
I'm gonna get the what?
You're gonna get the healing.
Oh,
The dwarf is gonna reach out and. Do you speak Dwarven?
do
I know somebody does.
I think I do.
Well, anybody who understands Dwarven hears
Yes, I do.
Homeboy
I do.
praising Torog as that many hit points are returned to Van.
Woohoo!
And between the satyr pulls a javelin, well, he pulls 2, he can dual wield, and just throws both of them into the massive troops. The tiefling pulls a vial, drops a little something in it, throws it, it explodes. It's enough to take those guys out. These guys are going to hear the sound of combat. They need to join us. Run action. I'm not counting squares. Rivariel and one of his shadow doubles. You are.
But I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah. It's kind of like putting like suntan lotion on you, I imagine, while you're like actively on fire. And it's just aloe vera. Aloe vera.
Right.
Armando is magnificent. Colin is going to just straight up dimension door. But he's going to straight up dimension door like over here. I tried to move Hamid. Hamid is dead. Actually, yeah, no, that's all I got. Okay, Joe, you're on. Joe swims. I think one more move action gets you back. Yeah.
I have a 60 foot, or well, 30 foot. No.
Right.
Can you run?
I don't see why not. I mean, you have a...
Just take a run action out.
Sure. Yeah, you make it.
Okay. I majestically breach them.
Everyone
Shooting out
within,
torpedo.
like, up to where Rivariel and his double is probably gets splashed. Rivariel should have another double.
Does all the water go flying around the corner and douse me too?
Not quite. Well, line of sight looks
fail.
weird from Joe's point of view.
I can't fail a reflex check.
Not quite. Maybe if the wall wasn't there. Okay. So we go to Van. Van, at the start of your turn.
I'm
This many damage. Ooh.
What? At the start of it?
Mm,
Crap. Okay. Well, I definitely stopped, drop, and roll, and I'm going, not the face, not the face, not the face.
got it. Okay, Donald. Van uses a full round action to put himself out.
Okay, so going to have a quick look outside, out in the hallway to see what's there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going. So, wow, this is a lot of people.
There's a lot of people. You turn the corner and, like, out of nowhere, Zeal grabs your hand and begins kissing it and doing what Zeal does. I don't feel like doing the voice. I'll probably botch it. But even, like, Armando's a little off-put at how
Okay,
grandiose this is being.
so this is quite the party in here. So, do I see any troops past here?
You see a lot of troop bodies. Some of them have been badly burned. Most of them are just, like, smashed into a billion pieces and or bit in half.
So the troops,
They're
are they alive?
dead. No, they are
Alive?
uber dead.
No.
Dead,
They're all
dead, dead,
Dead, dead, dead, dead, dead, dead. Some of them are bitten in half. Most of them are just kind of like paste. You know what happens when you go to the zoo and you see a gorilla and there's like kids taunting the gorilla and then the gorilla charges the glass? You know what I'm
Oh,
talking
hey, we
about?
saw that like 2 weeks ago.
Now imagine if there's no glass and the gorilla is like double the size of a gorilla and has magic stuff to make his strength go up. That's what happened.
Dead.
Very dead.
Okay, so does it look safe for me to go up there?
You can try it.
No. No.
I mean, Crush has been pacified. He's actually probably, like, actively hulking out still, just, like, ground pounding a la Donkey Kong on all these bodies.
So it,
Just not the Jungle Beat version where he has bongos and you're playing music and stuff. More the version where people die horribly.
I am just going to wait, waiting in the line to where this train goes.
Sure. Okay. Then we're on Sarah. What do, Sarah? There's an angry gorilla crushing corpses, as well as Rivariel and two shadowy versions of him. Colin Wren has stepped out of nowhere. Armando's behind you. Zeal is behind you. Still haven't seen Augrus. Still haven't seen the monk. Still haven't seen your frog friend.
Frog friend. Okay.
What do you mean they didn't see the frog friend? Wasn't he the guy that was in?
Yeah, you failed the disable device.
Right. I told them that he was in there.
Right, and no one's let him out because the only person with disable device has gone to attack troops.
Right. Well, except Lucia has the keys.
Yeah, Lucia has the keys.
Oh my god, go get her!
Her who? Lucia's right yonder.
Yeah.
So do you want me to toss the keys to you?
To the person without line of sight.
Yeah, I can't see. I don't know where he's at.
I mean, you can see her. You just won't be able to see once you get away from whoever's light source is pinging. Oh, wait. There's actually no light source because someone is not on fire.
Oh.
So you still have dark vision. So technically now you're going to see a little more. So congratulations for you. You need to change the button that mutes my mic. But no light source for anybody else.
Oh, I can't see anybody.
You can see a little bit of Mercutio. You can see... Who has a light source up there? I thought I put it as... Oh, well. You can see that. Congratulations.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'm stuck in a crowd of people that I can't see.
It's probably awkward.
Yeah.
So all done.
Yeah.
Alright, Tommy's turn. How do I want to do this? Crush angry, Crush smash, Crush not exactly know how stairs work. Well, Crush kind of knows what stairs work. I'll roll percentage dice. 14. Okay, yeah, sure. Crush is going to go just charging. He probably, as he does so, probably knocks a bit of the wall out. And he just goes charging down the stairs. You can hear him just, like, angry monkey noises echoing down the stairs, followed by the sounds of lots of crossbow bolts firing. Nobody else is really keen on following him, though. it's the general consensus amongst all the NPCs assembled here that this is where, like, going down the stairs means you're gonna get shot by a lot of things, and there's gonna be a lot of like hold persons thrown at you and stuff, and no one's real keen on that. The gnome is gonna show up here, and the goblin actually, he's gonna go right here, and not up there. You can't go there, goblin. And as he does so, the spear that again is bigger than most people, he levels it in the direction of the stairs, right about there. And well, other people can move up. No one's really keen on jumping down there though. They're just kind of. Pogue is probably the PC that we want to talk to the most, and they're all just looking at Pogue, waiting for directions. In Rivariel's case, it's a little more sardonic. In Callanren's case, he's still not entirely convinced everyone is real, especially like the person who is like mid-tiefling and the goblin that obviously has some kind of like knight levels or paladin levels or some such. Well, Satyr will move up too. He's a melee character. And yeah, so we'll go to Joe.
Alright, awesome. My first act as newly airborne.
Newly airborne?
Yeah, no.
As opposed to waterborne.
Yeah, is I'm gonna step right there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see all this.
You're gonna see some stuff.
Just all that. Just those 15 feet. It's real nice.
Yeah.
Do I hear the splashing?
What?
Do I hear the splashing probably?
Yeah, you do. Amidst the sounds of angry monkey man makes mush out of Mamluks. Well, they're not technically Mamluks, but whatever. We'll let it go.
I'm gonna like step forward so I can like see around the corner. What the hell?
What?
It's real weird.
It is weird. Why does it do that? I'm gonna look at this.
Hey, buddy, nice of you to join us.
Weird.
Party's that way. Then I point towards the stairs.
Where you can hear the sounds of, like, again, angry monkey man make mush out of Mamluk. When you get there, well, yeah, never mind, he can't see you. Proceed.
Moved 15 feet. I'm gonna like squeeze past people.
Okay, that's fine.
Start just.
It's probably awkward.
See.
It would be pretty. I would imagine picture Erdwin going through the caboose. So picture
What?
a busy train and someone just going straight in the middle of everyone.
Except that they smell like wet troll and hops.
I'm from the north. It probably smells like fermented berries.
Yeah. Like juniper berries.
Juniper wine. I don't know why I sound like. I can't even think of his name. Doesn't matter. John C. Riley. Sweet berry wine.
Are you a great and powerful magician? And you can prove it, you just need to take him to the bathroom.
Sarah, I'll break your nose on this live stream. Back. Ow.
That's all. I just double move out of the.
Okay, so as you move past here and Mercutio, he sees you, he's going to ask you if you know where Augurs went and if you've figured out anything about where the animal companions are.
I'm gonna like turn around and I'm gonna be like, as it turns out, there's two ways to get to the familiar room, and Osgurs and his little friend are taking the other way, and I think our friends down in the familiar room are going to get a surprise.
Surprise! Perks and
I'm
stuff.
getting a surprise! Oh.
Yeah.
Is that what I sound like when I do Butters? Doesn't sound good.
I don't know,
I
man.
heard it for the first time on a recording, it's not good.
I think it's Van's turn.
All right.
Go.
So, Pogue brushes himself off, grins at everybody, and looks at the gnome paladin girl. And is like, "Hey, cutie, hand up," and grabs her hand and pulls himself up, whether she's actually intending to help him up or not.
That sounds like a CMB to me, because she definitely does not want to.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Whatever.
She's in fight mode right now. You probably grab onto, like, the back of her leg or something.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
What? Oh shit?
I just blamed you. The 10. Yeah, okay, so you, like, grab a bit of the tabard that's hanging over her armor, and then you, like, slide down. She doesn't seem to... Well, yeah, at this point she would notice. She looks at you and... you speak gnome?
No.
You don't speak gnome. That seems good.
I speak everything.
Once she realizes that you don't speak gnome in common, she'll tell you that she is not a paladin. Stop calling her a paladin.
So
She doesn't. She's not like super angry about it. She's just kind of like fiery, I guess.
All right. So he looks at her, gives her his disarming grin, and says, "More like an angel." And then
That's a diplomacy check all day.
all right.
I just want to bait out those nat ones. That's important for our health. That's intimidate. No, Joe. No. Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but it's good. It happens. She, like, her face, like, yeah, sure. You own her heart. Congratulations.
Aww.
On session 8-ish, I don't remember. You've officially got our first NPC romance, I guess. She doesn't say anything, but you get the feeling that, like, nobody's sweet-talked her in a long time.
It's been a long time.
Knock it off, Sarah.
I have. So I look around at everybody with that same rakish smile, not caring whether it actually works on anybody else. And
He's not satisfied with one.
No. You know how I put. He puts his hands up in front of him with his two index fingers pointed inwards, like you would if you're putting them in a Chinese finger torture trap. That's
Okay.
what I'm talking about. And he goes, "Let's go spit roast them," and then he points together.
Okay.
So
we're trying to get just everybody to rush the stairs. Is that what I'm hearing?
yeah.
Okay.
Now where's the door again? Because
You can't see it yet.
what do you mean I can't see it yet?
You
I
can't.
go up to it without going in it.
One more.
Where's the door?
Can you really not see it? Maybe I did the dynamic lighting wrong. I'll put you here.
Oh,
There you go. Now you see it.
all right.
You just had to be right on
You're
top
in
of
there
it.
now?
Yeah, there's nobody in there.
All right. Oh, and now I can move like half squares. Nice.
Weird.
Okay. So what do I see?
They're, like I said, right about yonder.
Stairs.
Stairs going down. You don't see crushing people, but you definitely hear it. You imagine the stairs, like, out of sight, curve around a little bit.
Okay. Well, I think after me getting up, that's probably about as far as I can move if I haven't already overmoved. So.
You probably have, but it'd be fine. Donald, you're on.
Okay, so is everyone going down to the lower level then?
Some of them are definitely thinking about it.
Okay, I'm going to hold my actions for those who go down. Then I will go down with them.
Okay. And Sarah.
And
I'm not sure if I can't see anything.
Except for a little bit of light that's coming off Mercutio, apparently. What is that? That is weird. Oh, I see. Now you see nothing.
You don't have a torch?
Not anymore.
She cast light, but the spell fizzled because of what's going on here.
I forgot to give her a torch. I was going to give her a torch, and I forgot.
No,
Sorry.
it's okay. So can I, like, excuse me and move?
Sure.
Okay. I can't really see what's going on. I don't want to metagame and look at Tommy's screen.
Right. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. You've moved 15 feet so far.
Okay. I'm just doing it now because I can't see anything.
Correct. Make an acrobatics check.
Oh. Uh-oh. This is gonna be bad.
It's not that high of a DC. Yeah,
Oh,
you're fine.
okay.
You definitely, like, as you're pushing past... Matter of fact,
Oh, sorry.
actually, yeah, you're occupying the same square as a little goblin guy, and you probably, like, collide with the butt end of his spear, which has, like, a counterweight on the back of it, and it, like, catches you in the gut, and you, like, go to fall over, but then you, like, put your hand on his head. Or rather, the tuft that is the plume on his, like, Greco-Roman, well, not Greco-Roman, his Greek helmet. It's probably nice and soft.
Oh, soft. Yeah.
He says something in a language you don't recognize. You also feel a little, like, better, more, like, willing to face things that are way over your head.
All up for touching his little babby head.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll pat him on the head, I guess.
Okay. He continues to do things you can't see. Is that all you want to move?
Let's see. I think I was there. Yeah. That's 30 feet.
Alright, Tommy's turn. I'm going to make a couple d20 rolls for what happens downstairs, starting with Crush. Ending with the guys. Okay, got it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm not sure if he has this or not, but I'm going to give it to him. Emeritus feels a little, like, gauntleted hand take yours, and as this happens, the whole room lights up as, like, you begin glowing. You begin glowing with, like, a holy aura. He continues saying things in a language you don't understand. You can see, like, about to where Pogue is. Pogue is just barely ahead of his spear.
Okay.
What else are we gonna do? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to cast. Probably not. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Joe, because I need my robe. Do. I'm not trying to... This guy's going to move down here. Because nobody else wanted to help. And we're not adding anything. So that's more than enough. 25, 10, 15, 20. Some people might see the Gripply, like, climbing along the walls. What else we got? Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll throw everybody downstairs. 25 times. The gnome gets down there. The satyr definitely gets down there. The Colin Wren just flat dimension doors.
So if people are going down, then I'd be using my movement speed to join up with them.
Sure. Okay.
So,
Rivario will... Yeah, he'll go. He's not stupid.
So,
And appreciate the girl. So I'm going to move the board real fast. At the moment, Donald's the only one down there. And my luck, I'm going to forget some NPCs when I do this. But we'll do it.
I just...
So,
I have,
we need Donald.
dark vision.
You have dark vision. How do you do this?
Yes. AMPC gave me it.
Oh, yes, that's right. I remember things. So,
Me too.
let's see. Yeah, I know you do. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put Kresh right here. Again, just covered in bodies. But he's also bleeding quite a bit. There's several hundreds of crossbow bolts have stuck into him. He is not doing the best. Alchemist, Goblin. Marcella doesn't make it. I'm going to forget a million NPCs. Gnome. Colin Wren probably ends up.
So,
You don't see Colin Wren, actually. Whoops. Otherwise, just deleted. I have too many NPCs.
We don't see anything.
Some of you might see something. Donald probably sees something. Donald, do you see things?
You're on a map and I'm not down there.
Correct.
Yeah, I see a dwarf and Tarzan.
And Tarzan. Zeal. Where is Armando? Rivario, Armando. That's probably everybody. If not, we'll remember some other people at the same time. Here's some more troops for you. Roll percentage dice, Donald, would you? I want to see how important you seem. If you would be so kind, Donald. Percentage dice.
Oh, okay. 24.
Okay, you're fine. Immediately upon leaving the stairs. Oh, I forgot, Recruiting. Where you at, buddy? I have way too many NPCs. You need to get like half of these guys killed off. She's joined us. Recruiter's joined us. Oh, you do. There are several. Dude, you're making a lot of noise.
We
Trying
have
to
the
really
leader. We have
Okay, just don't do anything while
our,
talking.
Tender. We have the halfling. We have Armando.
Then the bartender, as well as... I don't know what I want to use for this. We're going to use the Broken Heart thing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll just roll like a D8. And I roll a what? Roll a 5. Okay, so Zeal gets paralyzed. The goblin does not. Well, his name is no longer Relexor. That if they have a funny symbol on them, they're paralyzed. Here's a snail. 1, 2, 3, 4, and not crash. That's all that'll happen. Well, yeah, these guys are in the middle of fighting. So we'll go back to Joe. And I will grab Joe. Well, I won't grab him, but I will go back. You're gonna come downstairs?
Yeah.
Alright. You should appear as large. In theory. Yeah, you do. Okay. There you are. Anybody who has a symbol on him is paralyzed. There's mages interspersed in the troops.
What the hell is that? Is that true?
Yeah,
Wait. Armando, he is paralyzed?
he is.
This is not fair.
I could have targeted you.
But that's really awkward. Like, why is that not revealing?
It's probably because his token, like, cuts the line. Yeah. He's technically occupying those 4 squares, and the map's just wonky.
Okay, I'll bite him.
Okay, you wouldn't... I'm gonna move him back. You can't see him. You can see him, but there's a wall there.
Oh, there's a wall.
Truth be told, I probably just screwed up the dynamic lighting. No, I didn't. It's just the fact that the token's, like, too big for the board.
Okay, I gotcha. I thought you were saying that somehow there was something cutting me off from seeing him.
Oh, no.
Okay. Looks like a wall there.
Tommy, while coming down here, which way do I sense that my familiar is in?
I'm just gonna step over.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab everyone who's paralyzed and move them
Okay,
out of the way.
sure. Which out of the way?
Where the hell is the barkeep here? The barkeep's gonna be the first one gonna move.
Alright. Over yonder. Got it. I'm just gonna throw them all over there. I think you're standing on someone who's paralyzed, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm standing on.
Oh, not the goblin. Go back, goblin. Go dwarf. And then go you. You were there. Is that all, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay, then we're on Van. Van, are we down the stairs?
Sure.
Alright. Then I will... Rep. There you go. Now everybody but Sarah knows what's going on.
Okay.
Several people are paralyzed. Kresh is pretty beat up.
Where is Sarah?
She is still upstairs. Hasn't moved yet.
I thought.
Matter of fact, I think she may be up.
I thought Papa came down with us.
She did not. We're acting on initiative. She moved to where the goblin was, and then everybody went, and then everybody went down the stairs, and then
Oh,
Donald used a held action.
in that case, seeing that she's not coming down, I didn't realize she wasn't down here because I always see it was a blank screen. Can I grab her, give her a torch, and then bring her down?
You can, but also the goblin had cast daylight on her, so
she can see or she can't?
Yeah, she can totally see you.
Oh, well then I'm not worried about it. Okay, she just hasn't moved yet.
Correct. Actually, gonna go see how many people have moved yet. I think it's just Sarah.
You said?
Yeah, Gorilla is not happy.
And there's a bunch of people down this hallway that are paralyzed.
Yeah, anybody that has a symbol on them is paralyzed. There are mages interspersed. There's more mages per capita now than there were, and they're just essentially spamming hold person.
Okay. Do I have enough action in a round? No, you know what? I'm not gonna try and heal him. Not that I could do much. How dead is he?
He looks more angry than dead at this point.
Okay. So
we're at the point in King Kong where he's just getting machine gun fire. Like he's just got to the top of the Empire State Building and swatted a couple biplanes.
Gotcha.
So the part everybody knows.
Correct.
So I don't really know anything else about King Kong.
There's not much to know. Kind of want to see the one with John C. Reilly because it's probably hilarious.
So does John C. Reilly.
He is my spirit animal. One of many.
And he knows that you are a great wizard.
Yeah, I am.
He had to show it to him in the bathroom.
I did. And a lot of other places as well. Everyone is John is a weird RPG sometimes. I don't know if I'd call it an RPG. Anyway, Van, what's up?
Should I get to stealth again?
If you want to, yeah, go for it. 17. Alright. Let me start rolling some stuff. We're gonna make these a little higher. Nope. Nope. And yes. Okay, they're onto you.
Okay. So I moved out of the way. Where's out of the way?
Out of the way of what?
Around a corner.
Around a corner. You could be like here. It appears that the only way, like if you were to advance, would be under Crash.
Right. Well, that's weird.
What?
You just put me.
I just moved you. Yeah, the line of sight's where you can't.
Where was I before?
You were here, I think.
Yeah. Okay. The map just went goofy for a second.
Yeah, I see.
So,
weird.
So I will.
Hold up. The line of sight's there. You shouldn't be able to move there.
Yeah, now I can see line of sight. There we go.
Okay.
And I look at Rivario and I said, "Found you the way out. You here to be hero?" And I give him his sardonic grin right back at him.
He's not paying any attention to you.
Okay. Then I'm going to wait for other people to filter in there because I'm tired of being the pincushion then.
Okay, fair enough. Then we go to Sarah. Sarah, would you like to join us?
Wait.
Do you want to see your board?
Yes.
Alright. So, that's what you see.
Where's my frog friend?
You aren't even entirely sure Frog Friend is here. You've just heard it. You get to see him.
Oh, okay.
You know that you're missing an orc. You're missing a monk. You're missing. That's Hamid's dead. But other than that, everybody other than one of the rogues you've seen go downstairs.
Oh,
Frog is safe for you.
it's time for moral decision making. I need to decide whether I want to be nice or just save myself.
The only be nice here, really. I mean, you can be nice how? In terms of helping people fight their way out?
I'm making sure everybody is accounted for.
The only people you're missing are, well, now you don't need to make a check for this. Ogruz and the monk are missing. And you had heard from Enderling that they're underwater.
Oh, like in that.
The place you can't see. Yes. Well, you know where it is, vaguely. And you're putting off light. You actually should be a lot brighter than you are. Let's try this. That should be better. There you go.
Okay.
It's up to you. As far as you know, it's just you and that rogue.
I should go back and make sure.
Okay.
I'll be a good person.
That token is not there. And then you see there's a Gripply climbing up the walls.
I'll
And you
call-
also probably see the corner of the water.
Okay. I'll call out and wave at the frog friend and be like, "Come over here.
She waves
Everybody's
back.
going this way."
She seems to have her own agenda.
Oh, I thought we were friends.
What else do you do? Do you have standard action?
Alright, if people were in the water,
Correct.
I'll check there.
Like perception check?
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh. I forgot to put ranks in perception, so I can see better now.
Okay. So there's nothing, like, clearly indicating that they're in the water, but you know that's where they are. You look over the edge. It's dark down. Well, you're radiating light, so it goes down quite a ways. You know that, like, Enderling go down there because Enderling is a creature of the water. You don't know how long you'll be underwater if you go underwater. You don't know, like, what is your constitution score?
17.
17. Yeah, it's not so bad. You'd definitely be swimming for a while, though.
Okay. I think at this point, Papa Emeritus would just be like, well, nobody cares. I tried to help people, but nobody cared.
No.
Probably just be pissed off.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's all.
The frog goes out of sight. Rogue goes running downstairs.
The frog jumped in the water?
No.
Oh.
She just turned a corner. And let's go where all the fun is. So these guys are all going to move into Crush's square. And doing this provokes 4 times. Go, monkey, go. One.
It also provokes for me once.
Oh, okay, I see. Trying to figure out what my dice was rolled. So, Crush hits 4 times. You hit as well, Joe. And that takes all the dudes out. I need to assign some damage to this token. Crush gets a little beat up as this happens. He will... You see him... it's obviously just 8 noises, but it's kind of like rhythmic and chanty, and he heals himself a little bit. Let's have everybody make a perception check,
Including me.
except for Sarah.
Oh.
Would you say he what?
He healed himself and has natural spell.
Oh, okay.
I need to get... Come on, buddy. Oh, there it is. I actually bothered to make a character sheet for this. We won't make it a secret role. Donald, you too.
I won't. I won't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, so then everybody just sees Rivariel disappear around the corner. Let's see, what do I have? What's not paralyzed? 2 melee characters. Yeah, they're moving up. They'll go this way. As they do so,
Plus 35 stealth.
yeah, he's pretty cool.
I thought I was sneaky.
Gotta get on that level. You guys can hear booted feet moving all down the halls. You can't really like pick out the sounds of what people are saying over the sounds of a smash, essentially. Let's see what I got. Everybody in YouTube land can see all the things I'm moving. We'll just do this. Yeah, that seems good. Actually, let's do a little more. Sarah, make a perception check. Alright. So he doesn't have stealth or anything. He's not going to try to be spooky about it. But that accuser devil from earlier, from many, many moons ago, is going to appear. And it's going to attack you once I find it. I forgot I had that. But we have it. So, black accuser devil.
Oh.
I should have had his stats ready. Truly just forgot he existed. Sorry, little guy. You mattered. So I roll... What am I doing? Oh, neat. I have a bite. It's going to bite you. It's probably gross because it's a fly baby thing.
Ew.
But an 11 probably doesn't get there.
That's against my regular armor class?
Correct.
That does not hit.
Alrighty. Then it's on Joe. And I will move the map. Oh, yeah, I stopped to wait on Joe, but Joe can't see what he's doing.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
my bad. Alright, you're on, dude.
Okay, so Enderling's gonna like, I'm gonna move past Crash, and I'm gonna like put my hand on his shoulder, and just like, I'm gonna say to him, like, I'll take care of this friend, but he probably won't understand me, so.
Yeah, no. You are probably the only person in the party who, like, recognizes him as being from where he's from.
So
What?
Him being from the realm of the Mammoth Lords and all, since you're from the north.
I gotcha.
okay, so it's my turn or whose turn?
It is Joe's turn.
Joe.
Okay.
I can't see what Joe sees.
Okay, so that was. I'll hold my standard here.
Okay.
I'll wait for something.
Alright, Van, you're on.
Okay, so I'm trying to decide whether Poe would at some point realize that Papa is gone.
You probably would.
I would?
Oh, speaking of that, I need another token because you guys have kitty kitty. Bam. But yeah, you know, we're down. Augurs is gone, the monk is gone, Papa hasn't made it, that Gripply hasn't made it, and we're still down animal companions.
Alright, I look at Lucia and say, where'd Papa go?
Lucia's gone.
She's gone. No, she's right there. Oh, she's on BRB.
Oh.
Thanks, Donald.
Okay, well. 4. I'm gonna get stuck in up here with 5, 6. With Enderling and give the little blue-haired cutie a wink,
Alright,
and then I think that's about all I can do right there.
gotcha.
Can I try and stealth again?
Yeah, sure. You didn't like that one or anything. And there's also characters that are at least 2 size categories bigger than you.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Alright. 18. Somebody sees you. Somebody else sees you. Enough people have seen you.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's. I can't see anybody else.
You cannot.
Should I be able to?
I don't think so. Hold up. Let me see. Yeah, no. You can see those soldiers.
I can't see any soldiers. There's big black boxes in my way.
Really? Weird.
Mm-hmm.
I have your line of sight on my screen. You should see 3.
I can only see half of Enderling. I ought to be able to see all of them.
You should. Yeah. And on my end, that's what the dynamic lighting shows. Strange.
So,
Joe, do you see things?
My view is incredibly weird. I cannot see like outside of 5 feet.
I'm gonna.
Let me see if I can. That doesn't make no sense. You guys should be able to see. Not a whole lot. But you should.
I think I should be able to see over here, but I think
There's a wall there. It kind of like there's a little alcove. It like dips around.
it just looks like.
Yeah.
I can't see.
I can't see over there.
Weird.
I can see it.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to ex facto. I don't know why you can't see those guys.
Like I can see.
That's
This is
weird.
fine. This is
Maybe the dynamic lighting just isn't catching up.
really weird.
That is really weird. Let me check my dynamic lighting over here. Oh, okay.
Like,
Better?
In the room? No, this is like what I can see.
Better?
No.
Can you guys see anything more now?
Well, yeah, the guy there. I would have fucking attacked him.
Yeah, go ahead. That's my bad. I see that. I had Fog of War and dynamic lighting on because I didn't decide until like yesterday that I was going to put dynamic lighting here. Yeah, by all means, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, me too. Should I see up
Now
here?
you should. So you guys should both see like just a little brick along, like from like ya to
Okay.
ya. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see over here now, and
My bad. Yeah, that's what you should be able to see. My bad.
we can't see anything up here.
You cannot. There's a wall there. There's just occasional like little alcoves in it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Joe, if you want to go ahead and attack.
I've already done that.
Oh, tight. Okay, yeah, he takes 26 damage.
Can I run into the alcove?
Yeah, sure.
Like right here?
We can ipso facto a lot of things. So he takes 26.
Why can't I do like half?
I don't know. It's weird.
I'm in the alcove.
Right. Can you go there?
Yeah, I
Or
can
do
go
you-
there.
Okay.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, so now that I'm done being horrible, Donald, if you're with us.
Okay, so do you fix the
Yeah.
site issue over here?
Yeah, dude.
So is there anyone in this area?
You see a wall. From your point of view should be correct. So you see a whole lot of monkey. Now somebody's head.
Okay, How injured is this guard unit here?
Several of them lie dead.
So they're not dead then.
Correct. You muted yourself if you're talking.
Yeah, my mic is cutting in.
Yeek.
So So this unit, is it dead?
No, it's still there.
Then I'm just going to use my last magic missile on it. So
Okay, absolutely.
6. So
Now it's dead.
cool. Uh,
2 people get pinged in the head, and that's enough for the unit to disperse and run off.
Makes sense.
So does it feel safe for me to move up here, or are there more units?
You can see what you can see. The dynamic lighting from your point of view is correct. You just can't see to that wall, which you've moved into. To move up there, you would need to move, like, under Crash.
Okay, I'm going to stay in the back here.
Okay. Then we go to Sarah, I believe. Oh, I gotta move the other thing, too. Just turned into every Midwesterner. Oh, gotta sneak right past you. Alright, Sarah. There's a little ugly baby fly devil thing trying to bite at you.
Oh, alright. Cool. I guess at this point I'm just gonna go at it with my heavy mace.
Alright. That hits.
Nice.
Alright. So, make a knowledge check, would you?
Can you be more specific?
We'll say religion. Yeah,
Okay.
I should be more specific. You're right. Okay, so, being from hell, fire doesn't bother this guy, so the 3 fire damage did nothing. It also, when you hit him, he doesn't, like, the mace obviously connects, and it, like, screws up his flight path a little bit, but he doesn't seem to really care in terms of, like, damage-wise. You get the feeling that, well, you rolled high enough. You need a good aligned weapon or a silver weapon, and a +1 enchantment gets you neither.
Okay.
So that check is high enough to know that he took no damage.
Oh, that's not good. Say strong bloatfly.
Not the strongest, but he's got pretty alright DR. So you've got a move action, swift action.
I guess I'm just probably gonna provoke.
Okay, yeah, that does provoke. I doubt I have combat reflexes. Do I have combat reflexes? Nope, we do not. And I'll leave it that way. That's fine with me. We don't need to buff the, like, minor, unimportant devil. That hit you?
No.
Alrighty.
Alright, let me finish moving. That's 30 feet.
Alrighty. So my guy,
Yep.
this thing is gonna buzz right after you.
Oh, I don't like that.
What can I do other than... I could cast Grease. No. I'm just gonna try to bite you. I'll probably miss. Well, I believe in me. That get there?
Close. But
Okay.
not quite.
Got it. Things happen up here that no one is aware of. Then we go back downstairs to the guard rooms, and let's see what we got. So these guys are gonna... Let me see what people see before I start just yanking stuff around. Okay. So let's say Enderling will save.
Enderling will what?
Will save?
Oh.
Well, he might. It depends on the roll, I guess. Speaking of those, these rolls mean nothing mostly. Alright, so Enderling is paralyzed. The Satyr is not. We can take off his token later. He's going to move up. Armada's going to move up. And then This guy's going to move here. And the only player this affects is Enderling. So, does that hit Enderling's flat?
I don't think it does. No.
Then the other.
My flat foot is the same as my total.
Okay, gotcha. So these guys, like I said before, upstairs, people brace spears and shields and stuff, and people behind them just fire down the way. The only person, well, no, they didn't roll high enough to hit anybody. So, what we're gonna do? We know exactly what we're gonna do. Crush smash. Crush is gonna run into brace spears as he does this, but none of them do anything. He, on the other hand, takes out this guy. Let's bring Mercutio up. Let's bring Rogue up. These guys are going to get in there too. The Goblin only needs to get like right there before people are in his threat range. Gnome has to go all the way in. I really wish there was just a more convenient d20. Doesn't hit. And then all of those guys take this much damage at end step. Whoop, too much. Turn it into a Midwestern. Whoop, got too fast again. Oh, that meme is becoming more and more accurate the farther I go in my life. Anyway, Joe, you're on. What was it? That doesn't beat it. Then we're going to go to Van.
Okay. I pull out my bow.
Okay.
Do that. Peek around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anybody.
You should. Here, it's awkward. You see those guys?
Oh, okay.
Then I'm gonna put Crush back.
Okay. Can I take a shot at?
Yeah, you can.
All right. I'm going to do that then with my bow.
With your bow. Doesn't hit.
But it did crit damage.
It would have done max damage, but it does not hit.
And that 8.
Yeah. You shoot at the mage, and he, at the last second, he looks over, and it kind of like, the arrow would have hit him, but it seems to hit like an imaginary wall right in front of the dude's face, and it kind of just like shears off.
Okay.
Is that all?
I'm gonna go 1, 2, then back into
Another alcove.
yeah.
Okay. Then we're on Donald.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to out here. So to my left and to my right, what do I hear?
There are, and I'm gonna get really tired of huge NPCs, so I'm probably gonna kill Crash. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna kill Crash, but there's the dude with the turban is a mage, and then the big thing is obviously still troops. Crash is wailing on them. Whoop, he's wailing on them. That's where.
Okay, so I'm going to. Let's see. If I move right here, could I shoot the mage still?
I believe you can. Let's take a look.
The wall. It's
You cannot. You do not have line of sight to him. Now you do.
So how is the guard units faring against Tarzan?
They're doing fine for now, but there are a lot of bodies around him, and you get the feeling that there was just several more there.
Okay, so the mage, does it look like he have any spells on him?
You can't tell without I'm going to check. You assume.
It would be spellcraft, so I would assume he would have mage armor on.
As a thought.
At least.
Uh-huh.
So 20.
Okay, you see, like, several auras shimmering around him. Mage armor for sure. Looks like shield as well. Other than that, nothing really else.
Okay, so let's see. So that was a free action
Yeah,
to look
yeah,
for.
you can still do stuff.
Okay, I'm going to do a Eulic cantrip on the mage. So acid splash.
Alrighty.
So this is for this touch AC on the mage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would have to move up a bit. So yeah, would have to move up like here to actually hit the mage. So that's it.
Yeah, it's
So
the 1d20 plus 2. That's what we're doing.
so what is your rule about crits when it comes to spells?
It's 20 times 2.
Okay. Okay, so it's just normal damage then.
Yeah.
So it just reacted damage, and I mean.
So, I mean, it's 20 times 2. You rolled a natural. Oh, you confirmed.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just rolled to confirm it. So
Okay.
it's just re-damage.
Well, we don't confirm natural 20s. The natural 20 automatically succeeds. He'll take
so
all 6.
It's just 6 acid
Yeah.
damage.
He is
Mage.
perturbed.
So if the mage does anything, then just use that for concentration penalties.
Mhm. Okay. Is that all?
Yep.
Alright, Sarah. Everyone has left you behind. There's
Okay.
a accuser devil in your face. What do?
I'm just gonna try and swing at it.
Alright. That might hit. I'm not sure. Yeah, no. Does not hit.
In that case, I'm just gonna.
Head down the stairs. Is what I'm hearing. Okay, so I'm gonna add 5 to this. Does a 24 hit you?
Yeah.
Alright. I don't even know what this thing does when it attacks. What do we got? Okay, so 4 acid damage,
Okay.
that in regular damage, and then fort save.
Okay.
That just barely passes.
Yay.
So it bites you, and like as its awkward, like fly baby devil teeth sink into your flesh, you get really deathly cold around your arm, and you start shivering. But you shake it off as you bolt down the stairs. And I'll put you on the same map, and be very relieved that I don't have to move everybody around.
Yay.
Fun times for everybody. Go. I'll put the light back on you. You'll be there, and you have daylight cast on you. That is not normal for you. There. If you can't see yourself, just scroll down. Or did I move? Yeah, I did. Sweet. I don't know why you can't see yourself. That is strange. Anyway, we'll go to Joe, since we're kind of low on time here. Oh, wait, I know why you can't see yourself. Because you can't see your own light. There you go. That should have fixed it. Still no? Weird. That does make it.
Okay, then I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
That's I've led so many classes that change around
Mm-hmm.
to stand like this. So move action. Then another move action. Stand action. Right here.
Okay, so when you get here, 3 held actions trigger.
Okay.
Nope, whoops. And it's a natural 2. Followed by a natural 6. Then make another will save. Which fails. So these guys fail to hit you, and then you fall paralyzed in that square. As I think you can see the caster. Yeah, you can just barely see the caster. And then it goes to Van. You definitely, if you don't see him, Van, you hear augurs hit their augurs. You hear Enderling hit the ground, and now you can definitely see him paralyzed where he's at. You definitely heard a bunch of crossbow bolts fire. If you're talking, you're muted.
I am talking and I am muted. Jesus, what is with these people? Where are their crossbow bolts?
They're like
They over here?
laying on the ground and in that wall. Yeah.
So I can probably make the assumption that they came from
Down that way. Yeah. That's a reasonable assumption for sure.
Okay. How's big guy doing over here? All right.
He could be doing a lot better. It's more of like, for now he's doing fine, but there's nothing really controlling him. So once he gets done with what he's doing, he's just going to continue to rage into the next guy, which can get pretty hazardous for his health after a while.
Right.
I think I forgot
How's my girlfriend doing?
She is, I mean, she's hurt, but she's way better off than Crash is.
Save your girlfriend.
Or, you know, the PC. Don't anybody get too taken aback by this guy appearing out of nowhere, but he would have been here. I have a lot of NPCs.
Okay. Well, they look like they are conscious.
Yeah.
And he does not. So I'm going to, let's see, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Uh-huh.
6. This is still an alcove right here?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to wake this dude up?
You would need, like, he's paralyzed. He's awake. But you need something like restoration.
Can I aid him on his next save?
I'm not sure. I don't know what your... If you had timely inspiration, yeah, certainly.
Well, I have timely inspiration.
Oh, there you go.
But for a help.
For, like, to aid another, let me see what it does. I mean, if you can increase somebody's armor class. I imagine...
Because...
Yeah, you can. You can.
One of my traits is helpful, so it's a +4.
Oh, sweet.
Instead of a 2.
By all means, then.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna encourage his ass to get up.
Alright. Understood. Is that all?
And,
If you want to go ahead and roll, I guess you can. We can just ex facto at it.
yeah, what am I rolling?
Just a... I forget what you had on made minute. I'm looking, hang on. You make a will save. Will save. Because usually this is an attack roll, but we're letting it go for a save. Oh,
Jesus.
okay. Rough. Do you have any means of re-rolling that?
No.
Alright, fair enough.
That's how we got
All right.
down here in the first place.
Rough. So I'm assuming it's Donald's turn.
Yes. So my turn. I'm going to say splash type on the mage there.
Sure.
So 14.
That hits.
Hit that hits.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Another
For
3
max damage
damage.
twice in a row. That guy's not happy.
Injured
You get the feeling. I think I muted myself. No, I did not. Okay. You get the feeling that you're throwing little, like, of acid at him, but there's a giant gorilla wailing in his general direction. You're hitting him, but you get the feeling Crush is going to do a lot more.
Okay, so the wizard is going to be dead soon.
That's a thought.
Okay, then I'm going to get into the alcohol field for protection, and the wizard choose to fire something at me.
Fair enough. Is that all?
My turn.
Alright, Sarah?
Alright.
You can definitely hear angry ape noises. You can see Mercutio.
Alright. Okay, how's everybody doing?
You can see Mercutio, you can see the rogue. You cannot talk to anyone else because it's in the middle of a combat.
Okay.
They probably can't hear you, should be told. The halls are probably echoing with the sounds of angry ape.
I can see the corner too. I don't know.
Weird.
Alright.
You're right there, right?
Yeah, she just barely can't see you. Well, she can see, like, the back of his head. A 5-foot step and you've got it.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi!
Oh, hi. Did you decide what you're doing to me with that?
Not yet. We'll get there. Since it's so late, it might just hang over her head for a little bit.
So I can't see combatants or anything.
You cannot. There's a wall right in front of you. You need to move, like, up where Mercutio is.
I'll probably move towards the friendly NPC.
Are you done? Going once,
I guess
going
I don't
twice.
see combatants or anything.
Okay. So then goes to Tommy. Mercutio is going to move over to Enterling and cast Restoration to remove Enterling's paralysis. As that happens... yeah, these guys are going to...
paralyzed?
What?
Am I getting paralyzed?
You are not. I'm not that mean. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got like a round to figure it out. I'm going to move... This provokes from Enterling. These guys are going to enter your square. Duly noted. Now I have to move you to grab them. Too many big people. Let me go back. What can I... You did not win. And we need to redeem that before the session ends. Well, for now, I'm going to just tick up damage on everybody. One of the troops goes down. This guy's going to take the withdrawal action so he can get away from... Actually, he can't get away because that's just the first 5 feet. So that provokes... Yeah, okay, dead mage. He tried. He tried his best. Okay, so before we call it a night, let's pop this natural 1 real quick. I think I'm just going to say something... Well, yeah, why not? Something grabs Pogue, no save. Pogue is... The dark vision that's on you goes away, and you are whisked out. And that's where we're going to call it for the night. That's how we're going to resolve that natural 1.
Dun, dun,
As
dun.
people are being shot at and stuff.
No save, huh?
You not want.
That's true.
Woo, indeed. So, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. We'll be back at it next week. Say bye to YouTube, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye to
Bye,
YouTube,
yeah.
everybody.
Thanks, Van.